With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Welcome to a small mini Let's Play. It's Duck Hunt. Not the main mini LP I had in mind, but that still can't be recorded for a while because of real-life situations. So here's a small one to keep you relatively satisfied. Maybe not, because it might end up being really boring. But, you know, we're doing it. Mini Let's Play Duck Hunt, a game released first on the NES in Japan in 1984, in my country in 1987, and what I'm playing is the Wii U Virtual Console version, hence the fancy cursor thing, the crosshairs. Was released in December 2014 to celebrate Super Smash Bros. And I've looked around, I haven't found even a single Let's Play of the Wii U version. I could barely even find gameplay, to be honest, of the Wii U release, so I feel this is something that needs covering. Now, before we just go off topic and get all informative, well, the point is we're getting informative, let's explain all the stuff that goes along the bottom, because I know I've seen a lot of Duck Hunt gameplay before and played it a couple of times, but I never quite knew what the stuff along the bottom was until I figured it out later. The R thing, that means round, like each round has 10 ducks in it, and once that's over you move on to the next round. On the left you've got the amount of shots you're allowed to take. You get 3 bullets for each duck. If they all miss, you're not gonna kill that duck today, I'm afraid, mate. The one in the middle is hit. That shows how many of the 10 ducks you've hit. Obviously the red ones are the ones you've slaughtered. You have to kill more ducks than the length of that blue bar to move on to the next round, and I'm sure the score is self-explanatory. Right now we're on one of 3 modes in this game, one duck. And one duck is possibly the least entertaining mode to watch, that's why we're starting with it. Because it is the same as the other mode, the other main mode, 2 duck, except, well, I'm sure you can figure it out, can't you? The Wii U controls are press B to shoot, but don't make the mistake of hitting the A button or this will happen. Yeah, you don't want that to happen. And the other buttons are pretty much useless apart from plus and minus, which are used to advance the menu. So, a little bit of history about Duck Hunt. And don't worry, I'm not gonna just go until I lose, otherwise this would be like possibly an hour-long live stream. Well, maybe not an hour long. I'm not pro, but one duck mode. It's very easy if you didn't realise. The NES game wasn't the original foundation of Duck Hunt. It started off in the 70s as its own individual light gun thing. That's why in All-Star mode on Super Smash Bros., Duck Hunt appears earlier than even Peach and Bowser on the list, and that's because Peach and Bowser weren't debuting until the NES, but Duck Hunt was around before the console even existed, and it was turned into a game quite early into the console's lifespan, old chap. And it's got incredibly high sales, and the reason for that really is that it was packaged with the NES later down the line. It wasn't initially, it was released as its own thing at first, but later it just kind of came on the same cartridge as Super Mario Bros., the mighty thing itself, and Duck Hunt's just kind of part of it. That's why until the release of Wii Sports, Super Mario Bros. Was the most high-selling game, because it just came with the console, and so did Duck Hunt, but Super Mario Bros. Had more individual sales by itself. Right, we're moving on to round 4. That flyaway appeared, but I'm not going to explain that just yet because I think I had a bit of a glitch there. I shot the duck when I probably wasn't meant to be able to. I'll start to miss a duck now. Yeah, I'll show what happens. First I'll waste my 3 bullets. If you waste your 3 bullets, it flies away and the dog laughs at you. I'm sure you all saw that coming. And if you don't do anything and just pansy about, then it's gonna fly away again. Now I've got to go Super Sniper Pro mode to make sure I don't lose now. I'm actually allowed to let a whopping maybe 3, maybe 4 of them go by. I'm not quite sure, but either way, no more room for error. So in the same year that Duck Hunt came out in Japan on the NES, it also came out as an arcade game, which was pretty much a better version. I'm not sure if it went overseas, but not only does each round feature 12 ducks instead of 10, but it's also got a bonus game, kind of like how occasionally Balloon Fight just kind of breaks into a bonus mode. And it's just a sky background, and the ducks are all flying up, and you gotta shoot them. But sometimes, instead, this little doggy here will jump up, and if you shoot him, bam, bonus mode's over. So yeah, that does solve an urban myth. I'm sure if you've seen stuff like awesome video games, you've seen many people look at the dog, feel taunted by them and try to shoot it. But it is indeed possible to shoot the dog outside of Smash Brothers. You just need a very rare arcade unit to make it happen. And you're still not supposed to, because then you lose the bonus game. They really don't want you to shoot the dog that taunts you so, although, to be fair, I'm not really giving the dog much of a chance to taunt me. I'm not holding back on these poor ducks. I did a practice run of this mode before actually hopping into the final Let's Play. The furthest I got was round 11, and then I kind of got distracted and lost it. So I'll just choose a suitable time to call it off. But of course, I keep mentioning, you know, the elephant in the room, Smash Brothers. That's kind of why Duck Hunt came back on the Virtual Console and just faded back into relevance, because this bloody doggy here and his duck, which he teams up with, are in Super Smash Brothers. I'm not going into major detail because I'm sure you already know the principle of a character being involved in a spin-off fighting game, but yes, he definitely is, and all of his smash attacks are based on me shooting the screen like I am doing now, except with a very different looking crosshair. It was more based on the end of the actual NES Zapper, which is what the original game came packaged with. I do actually have one, and when you pull the trigger, it makes a right racket. It's the loudest. It's like as loud as a real gun. Well, that's an exaggeration. I do actually have the cartridge of this game. I will point out I own it on Virtual Console, which is what I'm playing it on. But I do indeed have both the NES Zapper and the cartridge itself, which I bought from a stall in York. The only thing stopping me from playing it is that, you know, I don't have an NES. Duck Hunt doesn't seem to get played as much in Smash, or I should use the European name given that's what I am, Duck Hunt Duo, but its stage, this time it really is called Duck Hunt, gets a fair bit of love. You know, you can stand on that tree, you can fall off the sides, you can stand on any of these platforms, and that's just a nice long platform for me to use Flare Blitz on with my favourite character, Charizard. My main is Sonic, but like, he's my best, but the absolute most fun character for me to play as in it is Charizard. Oh, what a man. So we're on round 9. I think if I clear round 10, we'll call it off. You'll notice the ducks have gotten quite a bit faster by this point. They get faster with every round, so I'm sure I couldn't really play this for an hour in a live stream like I said I could. Because they do. It will eventually get impossible, but if you couldn't tell, this is a lot easier than actually playing it on an NES. Like, with an NES, you wouldn't get a crosshair on the screen, you just need to fire the gun, and it made a certain part of the screen flash, and you had to hope that the duck was inside it. It was primitive technology, but it did work. But now on the Virtual Console, you kinda just use a Wii Remote and win flawlessly. I have played the game with the NES Zapper though. That takes me back to the very first time I played the game. We got a perfect bonus because I didn't let a single duck out of my sight. We'll beat round 2 and then we'll call it a day. Wow, they're even faster now. But yeah, when I went to Eurogamer, or EGX 2014, I met up with Stelio 78910, Blue Tanuki, Retro Broadcast, Countdown Black, and one of the things I did was go off on my own and find a small television to play Duck Hunt with the Zapper. And yeah, it was really hard. The TV was tiny. The Zapper, you had to get it right up close to the television to make it work at all. You couldn't really see what you were shooting. Am I just gonna lose this straight up? I am being mocked by a canine. It's very unappreciated. No, I'm sure you guys are taking pleasure in it. I have beaten it now. I've got enough ducks to pass through the round. So we'll just lose round 11. Hey, I've been playing a new game by level 5 actually. It's called Little Battlers Experience, LBX. Because it's by the same guys as Inazuma 11. It's filled with Inazuma 11 promotion, including like a game store which just sells it. Like, it's not even deniable, there's just a picture of Mark Evans and Axel Blaze on the top of a game display. And it's about robots fighting. I love robots. Robot Wars is my life. So, LBX is very good and I recommend it to any fans of level 5 or just fans of robots. The quickest way to end this is just to shoot 3 bullets into the distance. I'd rather not rage quit traditionally. But what was I on about before? I'm sure I've gotten off topic somehow. Well, this game on the Virtual Console, it's 1,300 stars if you wanted to know. Or you can just get it as a Club Nintendo reward, which is what I did. Because I did the very regrettable thing and spent all my points on the Link Between Worlds soundtrack, thinking that there wouldn't be anything else of interest coming on, and then they kinda added loads of stuff. And I haven't even played Link Between Worlds. I do have it. I got it on holiday when I was in New York. I got my American copy of Inazuma 11 and I also picked up a copy of A Link Between Worlds, but I kind of have to play it on my NTSC 2DS. It's a bit more off-putting, and I've already got Majora's Mask 3D on the go. But I do want to play it sometime. But right now I'm playing Duck Hunt and I've at least listened to the game's soundtrack. It's, believe me, with the salt I had of buying that CD, believe me, I was at least going to make use of the thing. It provided nice ambience when packing my stuff to move house when I wasn't listening to a Mage Knight 404 video. But yeah, so Duck Hunt in Smash, all of its Smash attacks are based on, you know, what I'm doing right here. But the regular attacks, they're more kind of like Banjo-Kazooie-ish, just getting the duck and the dog to take turns hitting things. The special moves are pulled from all sorts of things. It's standard special is from another NES game called Trick Shooting, which is all about shooting cans with the same accessory you control Duck Hunt with. Oh dear, I'm not doing that well here. And it's got his down B is Wild Gunman from the game called Wild Gunman. I've always seen it on sale, boxed, in my local game store called Super Games World. But it's £26 and I'm not interested enough. I need to focus more. I don't want to lose this badly. This is actually this part of VLP is blind, you know. I have never played 2 duck shooting before because I thought, well, I might as well save it for the Let's Play. I know that I'm doing one. And the up B, that's not derived from anything other than the concept of ducks being able to fly, but instead the trivia behind it is that it's called Duck Jump in the USA, and in Europe, because the character's called Duck Hunt Duo, they called the move Duck Jump Duo. Makes no sense to me. Duck Hunt also has a side B called Play Shooting. Maybe I should wait until later into the Let's Play to explain that one, eh? Foreshadowing, I mean, it's quite obvious if you know your Duck Hunt stuff. But yeah, obviously this one's a lot harder than One Duck. Like, basically, One Duck is your level of fun if you're playing on an NES, and if you're playing on the Wii U, you kinda need this mode to get some sort of challenge and benefit out of the thing. You always get to see the Duck Hunt sniffing, doing his signature sounds, which was included in the Duck Hunt medley track in Smash. Can't believe there is a Duck Hunt medley, but they just about found enough music, including reusing some that actually made it into Brawl's Famicom medley, which is not in Smash U. That makes me sad, and it's probably because it borrows a bit of the Duck Hunt music, and they made a new one as well, which was filled with Zelda music, which plays on this stage. It's a bit odd. Ah, he's gonna fly. Oh, well, I've already qualified. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, this mode goes by a lot quicker than One Duck mode, because it's still 10 ducks, just like before, but 2 at a time, so it's double the speed. A lot more fun, really. Duck Hunt also has his final smash, but that's just like he gets more wild gunmen to shoot you while he laughs. Yeah, the laughing, I know a couple of guys from my scene of looking around the Smash 4 speculation days. Some people wanted to add Duck Hunt as a playable character, but they pretty much all just had standard special laughs at you. It's like, well, how does that work as an attack? Sakurai pulled it off a lot better by just making it a taunt and a victory animation. It works a lot better. Right, my top score is 528. Oh, no, it's different for everything. Let's go on to the lesser known mode of Duck Hunt. It's clay shooting. No ducks involved, it's just Duck Hunt side special from Smash. 2 frisbees at a time. Well, clay pigeon is the correct term for all you avid gunsmen out there. Do I have any hunters watching? Can you leave the foxes alone? They don't really deserve it. This one goes by pretty fast as well. We got a perfect, so let's move on and go. I'm fairly sure, I can't really back this up, but I seem to think there was some kind of magazine, probably Nintendo Power, which gave like an April Fool's thing saying you could shoot the dog. Not quite as big as the Sonic and Tails rumour of Super Smash Bros. Melee. Maybe I've pulled that one out of my arse, I could be completely wrong. But these trees kind of this entire background just reminds me of the Oregon Trail. Chaps play Oregon Trail plug. Speaking of chaps, there is actually, this is just a small game with very little to do in it, and yet it has still managed to become a segment in challenges approaching our second least feud countdown ahead of top 5 merchants is top 8 great laughs in gaming. I covered a character from Inazuma 11 Go, Chrono Stones, who has a very nice laugh, but my girlfriend Ren, she made an entire skit about the Duck Hunt dog. It's even got its own individual name, Duck Hunt Dog Season, as it's a fantastic Looney Tunes parody. It's better than this Let's Play, go watch it. I'll just be honest. So yeah, this mini Let's Play is pretty much drawing to a close now. As I've said in Inazuma 11, the other mini Let's Play could come at absolutely any time. It will just come when it'll come when it's ready. But now I think it's time to lift the lid on the bin and tell you all what my next Let's Play is going to be. It's not... Why was I going with that? It's Sonic Lost World! I hit the wall while I was saying that. But yeah, I've never covered anything like Sonic on my channel before. Sonic Lost World is one of the most underrated games in the world, and I will save the rest of my opinions for the actual Let's Play itself. So I hope you tune in for that. I hope Let's Play Duck Hunt wasn't too miserable. It was fine, spurting information. But why am I critiquing my own LP? Can somebody please explain this? I might as well just play this until I die. Savour the experience of being in this Let's Play a little longer. I will cut to when I'm dead. Yeah, I kind of realise there isn't much point in trying to get a good high score. I'm not going to beat the world record or anything. No, not the Virtual Console menu. So that was Duck Hunt, copyright 1984. Thanks for tuning in. See you in Let's Play Sonic Lost World.